Yes, what is your name, officer?
My reenactment name is Heinz Rohrbeck.
Heinz Rohrbeck. And this is your vehicle here.
Yes, it is.
And this Volkswagen, what is the German name for this
It's
vehicle?
Kugelwagen.
Kugelwagen. Very nice. And
Translated means bucket car.
Bucket car.
Right there.
And we actually have the little trailer that goes with it even. And our little Kubelwagen, you said it's 1943.
Yep.
And you've had it for a little while now.
I've had it for about 14 years.
And you did most of the restoration on it?
I did all the mechanical stuff like the engine and the transmission. I have a friend that did the sheet metal.
Does it have an air-cooled engine?
Yeah, well, look at the hubcap. You can see who made it.
I was curious if it was the same as the Volkswagen engine then.
Yep.
Very nice. And I see the spare on the front, and it actually has a little bit of angular sheet steel, as a lot of the Axis equipment. It helps for deflecting bullets and probably.
Well, not really.
Because that's pretty thin, isn't it?
Pretty thin sheet metal.
Yes, it's more like an automobile would be.
Yep.
And probably doesn't need anything to slow it down any more than all the other stuff going inside.
They used it as a staff car, as transportation for a machine gun crew or a reconnaissance.
Okay.
If it came under fire, we turn around and take off, you know.
Okay. So if you had down pilots, you could run in and get them, or if you just needed to run information around.
Yeah.
And I see inside you have Mausers.
Yep.
And what is our larger
It's an MG34.
MG34? Very nice.
It's all original.
And the MG34 looks like it shoots the same 8mm as the Mauser does. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it does. It's actually 7.92. It's not a full 8mm.
Okay. And the speedometer is actually slightly different than what we'd be used to seeing in the States.
Yeah, it goes backwards.
Yes, it goes backwards. And the fuel tank is up under the front, and you can see the fill if you look through the windshield. And it does have wipers, so you can see they're electric instead of vacuum.
Yep.
Which is pretty advanced actually for that time.
Yeah. Oh, it's also got reduction gears on the rear wheels. Raises it up about 4 inches. And the transmission has got a slip differential. So whichever tire's got traction gets the power.
Wow. So definitely better for use whenever you're in poor conditions, which would be a lot of the time.
Like I said, go any place a Jeep will. And if it gets stuck, you just take 4 guys lift it up and go.
Jeep weighs about 2,000 pounds, slightly more. What would one of these weigh when they're lightened up?
On the other side, probably about 1,000.
So it's much lighter than a Jeep then.
Yeah, it's about half as much as a Jeep.
So it'd be easier to transport if they wanted to transport more than one.
Yeah. I don't have it. I thought I had it on the door somewhere. Just a minute.
That's okay.
It's over on this side. Yeah, here. That's what it is.
Yeah, and we have some of the.
Empty weight is 0.76 tons. So it's
Yeah.
less than half of what a Jeep would weigh.
Very light.
And you
So it takes less fuel to keep it going.
Oh, yeah.
And
I fill it up about twice a year.
wow.
I drive it a lot.
And do you have a set of historical plates for it as well then whenever you drive it, or is this
Yeah.
actually okay with the plate like you have? And
In
it's
Michigan, I can drive it as is.
okay.
I have to have the historical plate in the vehicle.
Ohio is now the same now.
Yeah.
They just recently changed. Very good. You did a really nice job restoring this and adding all the accessories with the guns, the tanks, the shovels.
Oh, yeah.
These period correct shovels and such as well.
Yes, they are.
They're date stamped. That's
Oh,
one
you
thing.
can tell. You see the rivets here? New shovels don't have rivets there.
Okay. Yes.
I take it out. You can see on the front side. I don't know if it's got a date on it. They didn't generally date shovels.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the Axis equipment.
This is how you tell right here.
It actually is date stamped.
Yep.
If you see
43.
43, and the Axis was just as good at date stamping their stuff as the Allies were.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
And who manufactured it? Those three letters here, who manufactured it?
Yeah, you can see that, like in the United States, that might be Ames, a famous
Yeah.
company, but in Germany it'd be Rex.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's named Rex. It just, that's the designation they gave the company. If you look at the rifles, they got three digits on it too, or three letters. That says where it was manufactured. Here, I can take one.
And are these like a standard Volkswagen? Yeah, 16-inch. Well, actually, some of the Volkswagens are 15s as well.
Yeah,
But,
but if you look, that's a solid.
yes,
They don't have any holes in them.
that's a probably stronger design for
Yeah, well,
the abuse they took.
That's a wartime design on it.
Okay.
Here, the right. I'll show you.
I'll come around this side. The lighting's a little better.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
it's built in '44,
Oh yes.
and that's the manufacturer up here. And that's called a Waffenmark. That's a little eagle.
Okay. And that will be whichever armory.
Yeah, whoever built it. Here you can see the eagle better.
Oh yes. So you definitely know this is a wartime
Yep,
instead of a post-war.
yep. Well, and also the date, you know.
And it's also 44, as you
Yeah.
pointed out earlier.
Yep. These are all original rifles.
Those are definitely very hard to find nowadays. Well, yes and no. I should say they're not hard to find. They get more expensive.
Yeah, I've had them for years. So my most expensive one's was $125. Now they run for $500, $600, $700.
Yes. Yes, I remember in the 90s, whenever they started bringing a lot of them more of them
Oh,
over,
yeah.
and the prices were much less.
Yeah, you could go to Army Surplus and pick one up for $25. Yeah, they have ones for like.
Now, that one in front of them, though, has always been a little bit expensive.
Yeah, oh, this. Yeah,
Yes.
This is demilled, but it's an original.
So it's semi-automatic now.
No, it's
Oh,
not
it's
even-
completely.
It's completely demilled.
Okay.
Can't shoot it all. Plus, I bought all those.
And it is a 4-speed
Yeah,
instead of the Jeeps. I believe I'm at a 3-speed.
yeah, I think so. Top speed is, if I'm going downhill with a backwind, I get up to 40.
40. Well, that seems to be pretty standard speed for a lot of the equipment at the time.
Yeah,
I talked to the guys in the half tracks, and they said about 40, 45 if it's running good.
yeah.
Thank you for your interview,
Not a problem.
and we enjoy having you guys come up here this weekend.
Oh, we have a good time. It's always fun. I was here Thursday.